Mosaic House presents God's Second Commandment, Exodus 20 verses 4 to 6. Coming up, the Second Commandment in English and Hebrew. We'll have a look and see what the Second Commandment in Exodus chapter 20 verses 4 through 6 says about creating and admiring images. You must not make for yourself an idol of any kind or an image, likeness of anything in the heavens or in the earth or in the sea. You must not bow down to them or worship them. For I, the Lord your God, am a jealous God who will not tolerate your affection for any other gods. I lay the sins of the parents upon their children. The entire family is affected, even the children in the third and fourth generations of those who reject me. But I'll show mercy to 1,000 generations of those who love me and keep my commandments. Exodus 20 verses 4 to 6, New Living Translation.
The second commandment in Exodus chapter 20 verses 4 to 6 in Hebrew from Bible Hub. I don't know how to read Hebrew, so therefore I'll read out the English that was translated straight from the Hebrew. Here goes. You shall not make for yourself an idol of any kind or an image of anything in the heavens above, the earth below, or the waters under the earth. You shall not bow down to them or worship them, for I, the Lord, your God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers on their children to the third and fourth generations of those who hate me, but showing loving devotion to 1,000 generations of those who love me and keep my commandments.
I included the Hebrew according to the Strong's translation so that we can see what the words mean in English, and in doing so we discover instructions which contain a warning, a promise, and a blessing. The warning is not to make idols nor images nor admire them. The promise is dire consequences for those who ignore this warning. And the blessing is kindness, loving devotion, towards those who choose to pay attention to God's commandments. Let's have a look. I thought the second commandment was just about idols. As we just read, this is not what the Hebrew says. You shall not make for yourself an idol of any kind or an image, likeness of anything in the heavens or in the earth or in the sea. I read that as don't make idols of any kind or images of anything. The general consensus amongst many appears to be not to follow the second commandment literally, because all of us like images, right? God promises dire consequences for those ignoring his commandments and kindness towards those of us who pay attention. Dire consequences for those who hate me, Aussie translation, and I'll show kindness to 1,000 generations of those who love me and keep my commandments. Yikes! Did you realize that ignoring God's commandments is equal to hating him, and following his commandments is equal to loving him? Judaism viewpoint. What do the Jewish people say about the comma argument?